Welcome to the ePD Step-by-Step for Proposals with Cost Sharing, brought to you by the UCSD ERAP Department. There are 3 points to remember for creating proposals that have cost sharing. Number 1, responding to the questionnaire. Number 2, completing the budget. And number 3, uploading the required attachments. What is cost sharing? Cost sharing occurs when the total cost of the project is not fully covered by the sponsor. The additional costs accrued that are not covered by the award or grant are absorbed by the university and/or third parties. Federal and institutional regulations require that cost sharing be carefully tracked and documented. In ePD, proposals that require cost sharing should be clearly designated through questionnaire responses, budget creation, and through documentation of the type of cost sharing that is being committed to the sponsor. For more information, click here to read cost sharing policies. For cost sharing formulas, click here. Once the basic proposal details are completed, general info, investigators, key persons, special review, etc., click into the administrative questionnaire. Enter the indirect cost rate as usual. In question 2, click yes to indicate that cost sharing will be used in the proposal. Cost sharing should only be included if it is required by the sponsor. Be sure to click yes in question 1 if this is the case. This will require the record to include documentation of the department authorization for cost sharing. Click yes in question 2 if UCSD expenditure sharing will be utilized for salaries, benefits, supplies, etc. This will require cost sharing documentation to be included with detailed calculations of the costs approved by the department and university. This section should be used to include details about the source of cost-sharing funds and the amount to be allocated by each source. When completing the proposal, the chair who approved the allocation of funds should be included in this section. This has been omitted from the demonstration. Please note that proper documentation and approval for these funds will need to be uploaded in the Upload Attachment section as well. Click yes in question 1 if UCSD equipment sharing will be provided. If yes, a request for equipment approval matching commitment form will need to be uploaded in the attachment section. For industry-related clinical trials, the answer should always be marked no. Click no in question 2 if there are no other fund sources outside of UCSD that will be included in the cost-sharing supplements. Click no in question 1 if there are no subrecipients or third parties that will receive funding from the award through UCSD. This will complete the administrative questionnaire. Continue to complete the space, research, and any other required questionnaires as required for the proposal. Once the questionnaires are completed, click in the Budget section in the left navigation pane. Fill out the associated costs in the bottom of the budget worksheet. Remember to include the calculated cost-sharing total for each individual period. After the budget outline is completed below, move to the top of the sheet to indicate the summary details. Click the checkbox to the right of Submit Cost Sharing to indicate that the budget includes cost sharing details. Click the checkbox to the right of Final. Select Complete from the Budget Status drop-down. Click Save in the bottom left corner to update your budget and move on to completing the proposal record. The final major step for cost-sharing records is to upload the required documentation and approvals. Click the Upload Attachments link in the left navigation. Upload the budget documentation as usual. This should include cost-sharing details for the proposal. Select Cost-Sharing Documentation from the Attachment Type drop-down. On a proposal that has been indicated to require cost-sharing documentation will be required before routing the record. This documentation is required in addition to the budget documents. Cost-sharing documentation will include department and institutional approvals for the source of funds, as well as detailed descriptions for how the funds will be used. Remember to upload any additional documentation for the different types of cost sharing that might be involved in the proposal. The document should correspond with the types of cost sharing that were indicated on the administrative questionnaire and might include the following upload requirement: Equipment Approval Matching Commitment Form. In conclusion, for proposals with cost sharing, remember to 1. Take note of the cost sharing questions in the administrative questionnaire. 2. Complete the budget to include cost sharing. And 3. Upload the required documents in the Upload Attachments section. Your review is complete. For more tips and tricks, visit the ePD website at epd.ucsd.edu. Thank you and have a great day.